Hi class, I want to talk to you about the Kolb learning cycle. He works with identifying learning experiences, and we talked about our best learning experiences at work in the forum last week, and hopefully through that we connected with how others learn and we identified what situations work best for your own learning. You'll have a quiz over Bloom and Kolb this week, and you have a booklet that you'll need to read through for that. Right now we're going to look at how people learn, basically the 4 cycles of learning. I'm going to give you an example and take you through a mind map. We'll talk about what this means for you, and meanwhile we'll define experiential learning, and then we'll look at how we can plug our assignment into this. I think the Kolb learning model might make the most sense if I give you an example first to work with. I have observed, I've reflected with my 6-year-old son's behavior turning to impatience and even bursts of anger after he played the Wii. I thought about the research, the abstract conceptualization I had read about video games and negative behavior in kids. Then I decided to experiment with what I knew about the amount of time he could play. I found that smaller time periods of play did not produce the negative behavior. So I narrowed his play time on the Wii down to 30 minutes per day. This kept him from being aggressive after gaming. So I worked through the 4 cycles of this Kolb model, and I had a learning experience. Now let me define a learning experience, or what we call experiential learning. It occurs when changes in judgment, feelings, knowledge, or skills result for a particular person because of living through an event. My experiential learning occurred when I made changes to my son's Wii time, and these changes came from my judgments, my knowledge, and the skills that I had. I read information about kids and gaming, and I decided to experiment and see what would happen. So this was a learning experience. Now let me talk to you more about experiential learning. Yesterday we looked at Kolb and the different types of learning styles. Today we're going to go to the top of this mind map and look at the Kolb learning cycle. The learning cycle can start any place in this wheel. Mine started with observation, observing my son's behavior. I took in information about what I knew about gaming, and then I experimented with a different amount of time my son could play. This led to a concrete experience, and as I reflected again, I realized that I had made the right choice. I took the information I knew and I put it to work. Now let's look at each phase of the Kolb learning style. One phase of the Kolb learning cycle, I'm sorry I said style, it's cycle, is the abstract conceptualization. This is expert advice on a particular experience. This is the learning phase where you think of underlying principles and generalizations that shaped your experience. This includes theories, patterns, rules, methods, beliefs, and why they work. It's basically your rule of thumb. It's research and academic sources. Another cycle in the Kolb learning phases is the reflective observation. This is where you think about the experience. This is the learning phase where you describe and analyze the effects of your experience. What worked, what did not? What did you observe? What did you learn about yourself or others? What did you notice because of their experience? Active experimentation is another part of the Kolb learning cycle. It deals with new ideas you've experimented with since your experience. This is the phase of learning where you describe how you can use or how you have used what you learned. Basically, it's saying how you can use your knowledge in the future. What use is your knowledge? Does it apply to other situations, other organizations, other people? How have you tested your learning? And another phase of the learning cycle is concrete experience. This deals with the who, what, when, and where of the experience. In this section of learning, you address what you did, why you did it, when you did it, where, and for how long. You think about the others involved, the depth and breadth of the experience, and other experiences contributing to the knowledge gained. You might repeat these phases several times as you learn about a subject. So what does this mean for you, the professional? Oh, it means you have so many more options available to you in the way that you approach a new subject. It'll give you new ideas for how to train your employers, the employees under you, and it'll give you ideas for how to approach other colleagues in your business field. As you view your assignment, your writing assignment for this week, you'll notice that we plug these 4 quadrants into our writing about a college course. We'll get started on that this week, and we'll continue to write on this college level learning essay for the remainder of the course using these 4 Kolb quadrants.